What if I told you that most of what you've learned about manifestation is not just incomplete, but actually misleading? For decades, people have been told that if they just think positively, repeat affirmations every morning, and visualize hard enough, their dreams will magically come true. And yet, how many of us have done that? Repeated the affirmations, forced a smile, written a vision board, and still found ourselves stuck in the same cycle of frustration, lack, and doubt? The truth is, manifestation is not about pretending. It's not about pushing harder. And it's not about fooling yourself into believing something you don't actually feel. In today's video, we're exploring Manifest the Unseen by Luna Rivers, a book that reveals why those old techniques fail, and more importantly, what to do instead if you want to create real, lasting change. Manifest the Unseen is not another recycled self-help manual filled with motivational clichés. It is a complete framework designed to take you from confusion to clarity, from inner resistance to flow, and from scattered wishing to aligned living. At the center of this work is a 10-phase system, paired with a 202-page workbook filled with daily exercises, journal prompts, and mental reprogramming tools. The focus is not on external forcing, but on energetic alignment, on becoming the kind of person whose inner state naturally attracts the life they desire. Luna Rivers emphasizes that manifestation is not about chanting mantras while ignoring your deepest fears. It is about addressing those fears, dissolving the blocks they create, and reprogramming the mind and body to operate from a new level of awareness. The workbook supports this process by guiding you into daily practices, so you're not just reading ideas, you are embodying them. And perhaps the most revolutionary part of the book is its honesty. It doesn't promise overnight results. Instead, it promises transformation that is real and therefore sustainable. If you've ever wondered why nothing seemed to stick when you tried other manifestation techniques, this system explains why and shows you how to change the pattern. In this video, we'll break down 5 of the most powerful insights from the book, showing you how Luna Rivers takes manifestation from a vague concept to a structured, practical journey of change. The first message of Manifest the Unseen is direct. Manifestation is not about positive thinking alone. It's not about repeating phrases like, "I am wealthy," when inside, you feel scarcity. Those mismatched vibrations only reinforce the gap between what you want and what you feel. This is why so many people stay stuck, because their affirmations don't match their energy. Luna Rivers insists that energy is a foundation. Your thoughts are important, but if they are not supported by emotional resonance and energetic alignment, they remain empty words. She compares it to tuning a radio. You can scream at the radio to play your favorite song, but if you are tuned to the wrong frequency, you'll never hear it. Manifestation works the same way. Instead of empty affirmations, Luna invites readers to focus on genuine energetic shifts. That means confronting the resistance within, acknowledging the places where fear and doubt are hiding, and slowly releasing them. The goal is not to plaster positivity on top of pain, but to heal the pain so positivity becomes natural. This is what she calls a genuine transformation, one that isn't faked or forced, but arises from the inside out. She also points out that most people misunderstand manifestation as a process of control. In reality, it's more about alignment than control. You are not bending the universe to your will. You are aligning yourself with universal flow. When you do this, opportunities, people, and resources begin to appear almost effortlessly. And the transformation feels authentic because it comes from resonance rather than strain. Unlike typical books that offer scattered advice, Manifest the Unseen provides a step-by-step system. This is what makes it unique. The 10 phases are designed to take you deeper each time, so you don't just intellectually understand manifestation. You experience it. Each phase builds on the last. For example, before you can clearly define what you want, you must first release the emotional baggage that clouds your clarity. Before you can embody abundance, you must first rewrite the beliefs that tell you you're not worthy. Luna organizes this progression so that each step feels natural and sequential rather than overwhelming. The 202-page workbook is central here. Every phase comes with journal prompts, reflection exercises, and mental reprogramming tools. These are not vague suggestions. They are practical steps you can implement immediately. For instance, instead of simply saying, I want more money. One prompt may guide you to explore your earliest memory of money, how it made you feel, and how that memory still influences your financial patterns today. This process of structured exploration transforms manifestation from a lofty idea into a daily practice. Readers often describe it as having a coach on paper, someone who asks the right questions, challenges old patterns, and keeps you accountable. Luna emphasizes that manifestation is not about waiting passively. It's about co-creating with the universe. Her system ensures that your actions and your energy are aligned. You don't just think about your dreams. You live in a way that attracts them. One of the most powerful revelations in Manifest the Unseen is the idea that the greatest obstacle to manifestation is not the lack of desire, but the presence of resistance. Resistance is that invisible barrier made of fear, doubt, shame, and unprocessed emotions. You might say, I want love, but if deep down you don't believe you're worthy of it, that inner contradiction blocks the flow. You may dream of financial freedom, but if you carry guilt about wanting more, you unconsciously push it away. Luna Rivers calls this hidden tension the walls of resistance. She explains that manifestation begins when we learn to soften and dissolve these walls, rather than fighting against them. The book provides practical tools for this process: guided meditations that lead you to uncover memories, journal prompts that help you trace the roots of your self-doubt, and emotional release techniques that allow you to finally let go of pain you've been holding for years. What makes this approach different is that it doesn't shame you for having resistance. Instead, it treats resistance as a teacher. Every fear, every block, every limiting thought is pointing to something within you that longs for healing. And when you bring awareness, compassion, and energy practices to that space, the block begins to dissolve. The result? Receptivity. Luna teaches that you cannot manifest if your channels are closed. But when you release resistance, those channels open. You become like fertile soil, ready to receive seeds of possibility. Opportunities, synchronicities, and even people start to flow into your life. Not because you force them, but because you finally allowed them in. She uses a beautiful metaphor. Imagine standing in a river, trying desperately to push the water upstream. It's exhausting, it's frustrating, and it never works. But the moment you let go, you realize the river was always ready to carry you forward. The work is not to push harder. It's to stop resisting the flow that's already there. This phase is where people often experience their first major breakthroughs, because it shifts manifestation from struggle into surrender. After resistance is released, the next step is alignment, and this is where many manifestation methods fall short. Luna Rivers insists that manifestation is not just mental, emotional, or energetic. It is a synchronization of all three. Think of it like a symphony. If the instruments are out of tune, the music feels chaotic. But when the violin, the piano, and the drums are tuned and in harmony, the music becomes powerful, moving, unforgettable. Your life is the same. Your thoughts are the melody. They give direction and vision. Your emotions are the rhythm. They provide energy and momentum. And your energy is the resonance, the vibration that carries your vision into reality. If one is out of tune, the whole song falls flat. The book guides readers in practical ways to bring this harmony into their daily lives. For thoughts, it suggests exercises to refine mental focus, like writing precise statements of intention. For emotions, it includes practices that help you feel the emotions of gratitude, safety, and joy, not as fantasies, but as embodied states. And for energy, it introduces meditations and rituals that raise your vibration, so that your entire being becomes magnetic. Luna emphasizes that this isn't about ignoring your negative emotions. Instead, it's about integrating them. For instance, if fear arises, you don't push it away. You sit with it, breathe through it, and gently shift it toward trust. In doing so, your emotions begin to support your vision instead of sabotaging it. Readers often describe this phase as the moment when manifestation clicks. Suddenly, it no longer feels like forcing an outcome. It feels like becoming a match for what you desire. And once you are in alignment, your actions, your opportunities, and even your relationships begin to naturally reflect the vision you set. The final element that makes Manifest the Unseen stand out is its emphasis on practice and embodiment. Theory can inspire you for a moment, but without daily integration, transformation fades. Lunar Rivers understands this deeply, which is why the book comes with a 202-page workbook and a library of guided meditations. These tools are not optional add-ons. They are the heart of the process. Each meditation is designed to reach beyond the conscious mind, into the subconscious, and even the energetic body, where real transformation takes place. For example, one meditation guides you to visualize releasing old fears into light, while another helps you anchor feelings of safety and gratitude into your nervous system. Over time, these practices rewire your inner state. The workbook, on the other hand, becomes a mirror. With its daily prompts, it pushes you to reflect, track your patterns, and commit to action. One exercise might ask you to write down 3 fears that keep resurfacing, and then list one small step you can take to dissolve each one. Another might guide you to record synchronicities you notice, training your mind to recognize how the universe responds when you're aligned. What's powerful about this combination is that it shifts manifestation from an abstract idea into a lived experience. You're not just reading about energy alignment, you're feeling it in meditation. You're not just thinking about clarity, you're writing it down, seeing it on paper, and bringing it into form. The practice becomes a bridge between the unseen and the seen. Readers often share that this is where their lives truly begin to change. Not because something magical falls from the sky, but because they themselves begin to vibrate differently. They show up in the world with more confidence, more clarity, and more openness. And as they do, the external reality begins to rearrange itself around their new state of being. This is deep transformation, not a temporary boost, but a new way of living. So what does Manifest the Unseen really teach us? It teaches that manifestation is not about tricks or empty affirmations. It is about real alignment. It's about dissolving the resistance that has kept you stuck, defining your vision with precision, harmonizing your thoughts, emotions, and energy, and then embodying those shifts through consistent practice. It's a complete system, not just a collection of ideas. And that's why this book resonates so deeply with people around the world. It strips away the illusions of instant success and shows you a path to lasting transformation. It tells you the truth. You don't need to chase your dreams. You need to align with them. When your energy becomes the invitation, life responds. Now, I want to ask you, which of these insights speaks most to you right now? Is it the idea of releasing resistance, finding clarity, reprogramming your mind, or simply learning how to live in flow? Share your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. If this video inspired you, don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe for more deep dives into powerful spiritual and self-mastery teachings, and share this with someone you know who's been struggling with manifestation. They might just need to hear this message today. Because the truth is, the power to create the life you dream of has never left you. It has only been waiting for you to align, to open, and to finally manifest the unseen.